Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to J2 Comics and Cards. So there's been a lot going on in the sports arena. We just got finished with March Madness, hockey. We have Alex Ovechkin just scored the goal, just achieved the goal, or just reached Wayne Gretzky's goal. Um, so he achieved that. You have in soccer, you got Premier League and Champions League, get in the playoffs, getting ready for that. There's a lot going on in all different sports. And so being a, huge sports fan, I like a number of different sports. I want to do a quick mail call on some of the cards I picked up recently, some for my personal collection, and then a few for um, cards that I'm going to probably trade or sell during the Mid-Atlantic Card Show. So the Mid-Atlantic Card Show will be coming up shortly in May, and so I want to have some cards available to trade or sell for that. So some of the cards that I definitely I'm adding to the PC. I'm not even gonna worry about sending them off for grading. I'm just gonna put them in some nice one-touch cases and then put them right into the showcase for display. And then and those are my Liverpool cards. So for soccer, my top two teams in soccer, I actually have three. Top three teams in soccer. Have one is Liverpool, second one is Arsenal, followed by Everton. I like watching Everton play, and I also like Sporting and DC United. So DC United would be considered one of the home MLS teams. So I wanted to highlight some of my Liverpool cards. So start off with the first one. This brand is Immaculate, which is a high-end brand for sports cards, and this particular card is the Mosella, and it's 49 out of 49. So that means only 49 of these cards were created, and you can see there's a nice window here with a patch from the uniform. Now, one thing to note about the patch cards is sometimes they're game use, player worn game use. Other times it's just a random Liverpool uniform that they may have pulled the patch for. This is a really clean card, nice size patch. You notice I already have it in a one touch. So this is actually going in, it's already in the PC, right? So pulled that out to share and show with you. Another card that's yet to be put into a one touch, but this is again another Mosella and Virgil van Dijk. This card is 5 out of 5. So what that means is there were only 5 of these cards actually made, and I have number 5. So this is 5 of 5. This is a really high-end card. Really, clean card. Quality of this card is really nice. It's got like a gold foil texture to it, and then you can see the really cool patch in the cutout window there. Pretty thick card. Let's see if I hold it that way. You can see the thickness of the card. As I mentioned, I'm not setting this off for grading. It's going straight into the PC. So I'm not concerned with the grade. If I was to grade, I would be expecting a 10. And so I'm not disappointed with the grade. I'm just gonna leave it raw and then put it in the PC. And here's another Mosella card, similar to the one I just showed, but this time he's in the middle. Now, cool thing about this particular card, I'm gonna take it out of the hard sleeve, and I'm gonna show it to you. So right now you can see it's in the sleeve. Give you a closer look. So right now, what you're looking at, there's in the back, the red in the back is the patch. And to tell you a little bit about the quality of Immaculate, right? So not only is it a patch, but there's a film, a clear, transparent film that sits right on top of the patch. And so it's almost like a windowsill. So that translucent film is there so that the fabric of the jersey doesn't get damaged. So there's no oil from your fingers touching it or anything like that. No creases. So it's a very high-end quality print job for this particular card the way they put that film on top. And Mosella, if you notice, he's printed now on top of that film. So if I move the card around a little bit, you'll be able to see there's a little reflection there. That's because I have it penny sleeved. You may have seen some of my other videos where, we talk about how you protect your cards. So there's the penny sleeve right there. And then there's a piece of film right here. And then Mosella is printed on top of that. Immaculate is one of those brands, hands down, that it is a high-end, high-quality card. Now, how do you get these cards? Great question. So the way that you get your Immaculate, it's a number of ways. You can buying it as a hobby box can be really expensive. So you can either, if there's a particular player you're going for or a team that you're looking for, I recommend that you do a hunt, search for, search on eBay. You can find some good high quality cards on eBay. You can take a chance on Whatnot, see if you can find what you're looking for on Whatnot. I would caution with getting into breaks. I know some people love getting into breaks. Now, for those that may not know what a break is, a break is you pay a price point to get into a pool of selected. Sometimes they're anonymous. You may not know who you're going to wind up with. Sometimes it's a spin wheel, and whatever it lands on, that's the player you get. But it's a 50-50 shot. So you might land on getting someone and coming away with a card, but sometimes you may land on a person and that person may not be in that box. So I would recommend that if there's a particular player or team that you're going for, I highly recommend searching out that individual person, searching that person out or that team out, and purchasing the card that you actually want. Now, if you're looking for a high-end card just to flip, to trade, sell somewhere, and you're not concerned with the player, you just want a high-end card that you can quickly flip at a card show somewhere, then maybe consider entering a break if the price point is what you're looking for. Now, the one thing I will say about entering the break, and maybe I'll do a video on that, is you're taking a shot, like you're taking a risk, because you could pay to enter the break, but you could also come away with no cards, right? So what that means is, let's say the player, again, you pay the money. There's different price points for breaks, right? So you can get in some breaks, you can get in for maybe $20, all the way up to hundreds or thousands of dollars for the break, depending on what the product is and how old the product is. So I would say if you are okay with taking that risk or taking that chance of not coming away with a card, then maybe try it out. But if there's a particular, team or player that you really want, I would say do your homework, find that particular player or that team, and see what you come away with. Now, with this particular card, I can tell you, hands down, I wouldn't have gotten this card from a break. The chances of getting this card, this is a 5 of 5. Getting a 5 out of 5 out of a break, the odds are, getting that is probably, who knows what the odds would be, but it'd probably be close to none. So something like this, you definitely want to find on either a seller who's selling it, either on eBay, Whatnot, or a card show, have it on a display case, and they're willing to, they're ready to sell it. Go directly to the source and purchase it. Don't try to come away with something, a specialty card from a break, because you would be spending your money. So now that's a break, right? Now, breaks can be fun. They can be fun, but it's a risk. So if you're ready to take on the risk, then try it out. See if it works for you. I would recommend, if you're new to the hobby, if you're new to collecting, maybe not starting with a break, but maybe start ripping some packs, or check out the Mid-Atlantic Card Show and find a seller who's, or a local card show near you, and find a vendor who might be selling a card that you really like, and then pick that card up. So here's another card. This is from the Maryland brand, and this is Virgil van Dijk again, another Liverpool fan, another Liverpool player. His national team is the Netherlands. So I also pick up their national team. So for Virgil, he's Netherlands. For Mosella, he's Egypt. So whenever I can find Egypt and Netherlands for these two players, I pick those cards up as well. Because I just like those individual players. I like their playing style and what they bring to the sport. There's some other soccer players that I really enjoy, and I have some of their cards too. But I would say, hands down, these are probably like my top two. I like the PC, a lot of their cards. Now, the next few cards that I'm going to show you are hockey cards, right? So with the hockey cards, I picked up these cards probably over the last year or two. I know, and they're Caps cards. So for all those that are sports fans or have listened to any sports news in the last week, a few days, or even a few months, you know that Alex Ovechkin from the Washington Capitals have been chasing Wayne Gretzky's most goals, hockey goals, and so he finally clinched that goal. And so I wanted to pull out some of my Ovechkin cards and just kind of highlight the cards that I purchased. Now, as I mentioned, I've been purchasing Washington Capitals and Ovechkin cards for a number of years, right? So at least not a number of years, I would say at least 2 years. Capitals would be the home team, so picking those cards up early, I'm like, let me grab a few and put them to the side. So I want to highlight a few of my Ovechkins. This is a nice Ovechkin card. This is it has a silver foil printed in the back, and this is a Upper Deck 2022-2023. Really cool printing. The printing on the card is really cool. And then I have a Alex Ovechkin. Here's one, a really nice card. This is a patch card, right? And on the back of the card, I'll show you the back of the card, right? So you can see there the words on the back, and let's see, is this numbered? Yeah. So this is Alex Ovechkin patch card, but what it says artifacts on the front, treasured swatches, right? So there's a swatch there, and then on the back it says, "Congratulations, you have received a trading card with Alex Ovechkin's game-used hockey memorabilia. The memorabilia has been certified to us as having been used in an official NAH game. So NAHL, so National Hockey League game, right? So what that means is this patch is from a particular uniform that Alex Ovechkin actually wore during a game. So immediately, just this patch here takes the value of the card up, because it was actually used during a particular game, and it was a piece of a jersey that he wore. So this is definitely a PC card. Here's another cool Alex Ovechkin card, 2021, 2022, Dazzler. So you can see the refractor in the background. Really cool card. And then let's see what else we have. Here we go. This is a nice one. This is a dual patch card. And this is out of 100. This is card 82. This is Alex Ovechkin and Holtby. All right. So you can see that. This is a fun card because you can see caps cut out, and then there's the patches of the jersey filling in the negative spaces. Pretty cool card. And then probably a little hard to see, but right here in silver foil is the actual number. I'll move it. There you go. You can see the number a little bit there. The serial number. And then we have another card. Let's see, is this one? Sometimes a lot of times cards can be numbered. The serial numbers, it could be put in different places. Some publishers put it in the back. Some put it on the front. It could be hard to find. Now this says, all right. So here's another card here. That's a cool card. Yeah. So I mean, I'm proud of my Ovechkin collection. You know, as I mentioned, there's a number of card shows coming up. The Mid Atlantic Card Show is going to be coming up in May, so I'm going to take a few of these and just put them out for trade. If anyone wants to trade some, I'll have them available for trade, and then there'll be some that will go in the PC. I like this card. I just like the quality of the printing and just his Ovi's pose in this card is pretty cool. This will be a color match card, and this is number 53 out of 299 for that card. So that's a nice one. Let's see. Let's show one more. Let's see. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Yeah. Now, as I mentioned with the OV cards, if I was to start looking for OV cards now, the prices would be through the roof because he just clinched the record. So I'm glad, that I started picking them up when he was on the hunt for the record. Knew he still had a ways to go, so I'm gonna pick them up early. And here's one more. This is a basic card out of a kit, but I like the printing quality of this one. I thought the colors popped really well, and it was a really cool card. And it says "Seeing Double, Alex Ovechkin, left wing, Washington Capitals." So it's almost like you can see, it's the way that it's printed. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For all of those collectors out there who are new to the hobby and you're starting out, you never know in the hobby. You never know what card or which player is gonna skyrocket or the prices will jump. I would say find something that you like, buy a pack, start there, pull it, and collect cards that you're really into and inspire you in some way or you enjoy watching. And then, build your collection from there. And remember, there's different ways that you can get into the hobby, different places where you can check for cards, check out your local card shops, your sports memorabilia shops that sell cards. Check out your card shows. You can go on the web and there's a number of, type in local card shows and, schedules will pop up of the different ones. One of the card shows I go to frequently is the Mid-Atlantic Card Show. You've heard me mention that during the video. And so that's a popular one that I go to in the area. And so, yeah, find something that you enjoy to start collecting, pick it up, and have fun, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video. Share some comments if you have any comments. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for stopping.